Hi, you guys. I thought that this week, this whole quarantine is getting really intense. This is the fourth week, and I thought it would be good to do a couple of relaxation exercises. Okay. Um, the first thing I want to show you is the constructive rest position. Okay. So let's see if I can fix myself here so you can see this. The classic constructive rest is lying on the floor with your arms crossed over your chest and your knees kind of falling together like that. That way, your back is protected because your knees are bent, and there's no stress on your joints. You can have your arms out, but that tends again to open the chest. This way, you're a little bit uh, concave, okay, and that's what we want. The constructive rest position. Uh, a lot of people will do their meditation in this position or in um, whatever whatever position. Hi, whatever position is comfortable for you. Okay. Now, personally, there goes my cat. You know, the funniest thing is she loves it when I meditate. I don't know what it is, but excuse me. She always comes into the room when I'm meditating, and she lies in her bed and I can hear her purring. There's something I think about my relaxation level that she really likes. Anyway, that's Fat Cat. So any position that you are comfortable in, when you're doing any kind of meditative exercise, you really don't want anything to infringe upon your concentration at the moment. So phone off, TV off, no music. If you want to light a candle, you can do that. But you really just want a nice, quiet, and a position where there's not going to be any pain or any fidgeting around. When I first did the Vipassana meditation, it was 10 days of no talking. And there she goes again. Hi. The first couple of days of the, get out of here. Come on. First couple of days of the meditation retreat, you could hear people rustling around. But by the 10th day of doing these meditations, it was silent. So as you learn how to meditate, you learn how to just ignore all the outside stimuli, okay? It really all comes from inside you. So let me take you through a couple of techniques. Now, I set a timer for 20 minutes, so this isn't going to be a real long one. All right? So here we go. My particular meditative position, I don't think you can see that very well. Let's do it this way. There we go. Is sitting in a chair, just because I have hip issues and a bad shoulder and stuff. So for me, the most comfortable way is just sitting in this nice comfy chair. I'm leaving the lights on for you. Usually I take the lights out and I just use a candle. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, and this is really interesting and you'll think I'm crazy, but I'll tell you why I do it, is this breathing method, okay, is you close one nostril and then you take a huge deep breath and then change nostrils and blow the breath out the other nostril. So you go in and then switch and go out. And try and when you do that, I do it about 5 times, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. So, 10 total. But only through your nose. Don't breathe through your mouth. And what that does is it kind of balances the two sides of the brain. I look at it like you know when you bake a cake and you pour the batter in and then you kind of shake it so it's all even? It's kind of what that breathing technique does to your brain. Okay. Then the next thing, I close my eyes and then you breathe naturally. Now I'm going to be talking. I'll be talking you through this, but I just want you to breathe. Don't focus on your breath at all. Okay. Um, Natural breathing will happen. All right. You don't want to focus on the breath. That's really not what this is about. And for dancers, this is really excellent practice for anybody, really. You know, it lowers your blood pressure. And there's so many great endorphins that are released when you're doing meditative practice. So it's kind of a good idea. So the first thing you're going to do with your eyes closed is just concentrate first on the top of your head. Now, what I want you to do is to try and feel. And as dancers, we do that so beautifully. Feel sensation. That's what we're about. Feeling sensation. We're always feeling sensation, but what we tend to do as humans is block them out. So all I want you to do during this practice is just try and feel things. All right? Because in our busy lives, we really numb ourselves. We become dull to our inner feel. Okay, try not to move like that. I'm talking, so I'm kind of gesturing, but try not to do that. Just be very still, and focus only on one part. So let's start with the top of the head, and you can think about the whole crown of your head. And what I want you to do is just kind of a reconnaissance and go around and see if you can feel any sensations. Now, right now, I kind of feel a tightening in my scalp. So all I do is recognize that and then move on. If there's anything else, or maybe a little tingling when you do this, when you put your attention on each separate body part. And again, because we're only doing 20 minutes, I'm going to do a very general practice, okay? You can get as specific as you want. And after you feel a sensation, you just recognize it and then you move on. And you can go then to your face. I usually start with my forehead. And if there's tension there, you don't worry about it. All you do is recognize that it's there. All you do is feel the sensation. And you might feel the hair on your from your head dropping onto your forehead. That's fine. Recognize that and just feel it. As I go, I feel my temples. And again, there's a little pressure there as I go down. My eyes and eyebrows. Again, there's the left eyebrow for me is, or the left eyelid. There's a sensation there. And again, you don't have to analyze what the sensations are. You don't have to name them. Just gently recognize that you feel some kind of sensation. And oftentimes it's coming from the inside of you rather than the outside, but it manifests itself externally. And move down to the nose and cheeks and mouth, lips. Sometimes when I'm in a deep meditation, I feel the inside of my mouth and my tongue. And always breathing through the nose. Your ears, right now I'm feeling behind my ears a tingling, so think about your ears. And as soon as you place that attention on that body part, you should feel some sensation. Now, as you're doing this meditation, if you feel something in another body part, like let's say something in your toe, just ignore it. Bring your mind back to the concentration that you were doing. So you feel something in your toe, just realize that it was there, go back. Okay, don't focus on that part or you'll be jumping all over your body. Um, your brain was described to me by a great meditation teacher. Your brain is like a little monkey and it's always grasping at something, always reaching, always grasping, always busy. And what you want to do is try and just gently bring your focus back to what you were doing. Don't blame yourself. Don't be angry with yourself. Just gently and kindly, you bring your focus back to what you were doing. And then again, you feel your neck. The back of your neck is especially sensitive. You may feel something there. The inside of my throat, I can often feel. And your shoulder girdle. I then tend to go down my arms. Upper arm, and they're tingling, and elbow area, lower arm. Your fingers are very sensitive. So as you're doing this practice, I think you'll probably have a lot of sensation in your hands and fingers. Right now, the hands and fingers are tingling from the attention that I'm giving them. I've never tried to talk people through my own personal meditation. I'm just going to keep going. Shoulder girdle, my upper back and shoulder area. I feel some ache in my upper back. It's been a long day with a lot of activity. I recognize that. I move on. Upper torso, chest, rib cage. And you just focus on that area. Look for sensations. Even the simple sensation of feeling the cloth of your shirt against your skin is a great starting point. That's fine. And the more you focus on a particular area, the more sensations you're going to feel. It's really amazing how much we block out. And I go down to my abdomen area. And as I practice this attention on that particular area, sometimes my stomach will gurgle or you'll hear internal sounds because you really are focusing your breathing and your blood flow into that particular area. Your mind is extremely powerful. And my hips, my butt, I focus on that. I feel the pressure of the chair against my muscles. And again, if your mind skips away, you gently bring it back to the hip and buttock area. Don't blame yourself. Don't become frustrated. Just gently, it's okay. That's what our mind does. And I go down my legs. I start with my thighs. I feel my hands on the front of my thighs, and I feel my thighs digging into the back of the chair. But the more attention that I give my thighs, I can feel the pressure of the fabric. And as I continue my practice, I feel a tingling sensation. As I continue to the knee area, especially the backs of my knees are very sensitive, and I can feel a tingling already around my kneecap, the backs of my knees, as the energy flows down my legs. Some practitioners call this mass and sweep. So it's almost like I mass the energy around my knee area And as I begin to feel the sensations, I recognize them, and then I sweep that energy to the next part of my body, which would be my lower leg, calf, shin. I'll also feel temperature changes. Sometimes my kneecaps, for some reason, tend to feel very cold, and ankles very cold. So you might pay attention to those sensations. The air in the room could be a sensation on your skin. Just recognize anything, and as you practice, you do this, your sensations will get more internal and more specific. And my ankle bones, again, I feel that tingling in my feet as I sweep and mass the energy down into my feet and toes. And they're actually tingling now. And I don't know if you're doing this with me, that's wonderful. If you do it along with me, that would be wonderful. But again, once you learn the technique, you go at your own pace. And you might stay a different amount of time in different areas. Now I'm going to do the same thing in reverse. So I'm going to start with my feet and the sensation that I feel there and work my way back up the body. Feet, ankles, lower leg, thighs, hips, butt, stomach, torso, shoulder girdle, and then I go, for me, from my fingertips through my hands, up my arms, up into my shoulders, neck, face, all the way up, eyes, mouth, to the top of my head. And once I feel those sensations in the top of my head, then I'm complete. I know this seems kind of boring, but I hope you'll try it with me and then try it on your own. You try not to spend an inordinate amount of time in any one area. If you're in a specific area and you're really not feeling, that's my timer, 20 minutes. If you're not feeling any sensation, move on, all right? Or if you're feeling a sensation and it's really fascinating to you, try not to spend too much time there. But again, the connection, the mind-body connection is so powerful. This exercise really helps to develop it. It improves concentration. I don't know if you were watching, but I didn't move there for 20 minutes. You become calm. You learn how to still those loud noises, okay, in your existence. The voices in your head that won't let go. So I hope this helps. It's been very stressful this week for me personally, and I know this is getting to us all. So instead of a dance class, practice this meditation, and I hope it helps. I love you all. I'll see you next time.